Hello everyone, I hope you all are well. Today we are going to start our new chapter which is nutrition in plants. Let's get start our chapter. In this chapter we talk about nutrition, mode of nutrition. In this one we talk about autotrophic and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Now, nutrition in plants in which we talk about a process of photosynthesis. And next one is heterotrophic nutrition in plants. Let's get start our chapter. As you know very well, all living organisms perform some basic function to keep themselves alive. These basic functions which allow living organism to live on the earth is called as life processes. The basic life processes are reproduction, respiration, excretion, response to stimulus. These are the few life processes. As you already learned in class 6, all living organisms require food, which provides energy to perform the living processes. Plants can prepare their food themselves. An animal cannot. Animals are basically depend on plant for their food, as we also depend on plants directly or indirectly. As you know very well, these nutrients are basically present in our food like carbohydrates, vitamins, fats. These all are the nutrients. With the help of these nutrients only, our body get energy. A growth and development also take place to repair the damaged part of their body. And these all things are done with the help of the nutrients. Now we talk about the nutrition. What is nutrition? Nutrition is a process of taking in food and its utilization by the body is called as nutrition. Now we talk about modes of nutrition. Living organisms show two modes of nutrition. Those who have prepared their own food, they are called as autotrophs, an autotrophic mode of nutrition. And those who are take or depend on another organism for their food, they are called as heterotroph or heterotrophic mode of nutrition. One by one, we discuss each of them. First one, we talk about autotrophic nutrition. Auto means self and tropic means nourishment. Plants are called autotrophs because they make their food by themselves. The making of food for themselves is called as autotrophic nutrition. All green plants are called as autotroph and show autotrophic nutrition. Now we talk about heterotrophic nutrition. All animals show heterotrophic mode of nutrition and all also called as heterotrophs. Heterotrophs are organisms that cannot manufacture their own food and derive food from plants or animals or both. The meaning of hetero means other and troph means nourishment. If organisms depend on other for their food, it is called as heterotrophic nutrition. Animals cannot prepare the food by themselves. They depend for food upon plants and other animals. We can see in this flow diagram, mode of nutrition in plants are of a two type, autotrophic and heterotrophic. Few plants are also there, those who are show a heterotrophic mode of nutrition. They are insectivorous plants, parasitic plants, saprophytic plants, and symbiotic plants. We discuss later on in this chapter. Now we talk about nutrition in plants take place by the process of photosynthesis, or a photosynthesis is a process through which the plant can prepare their own food. It is the process of making of food by the green plants in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll is known as photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is combination of two words, photo plus synthesis. Photo means light and synthesis means to make. So process of food making in a green plants. Green plants make their food themselves. Green leaves make food from carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Hence, for taking place of photosynthesis, carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight must be reached to the green leaves in addition to the presence of chlorophyll. With the help of these only, the photosynthesis take place. For photosynthesis, the following four things are required: chlorophyll, sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water. As you know that chlorophyll is green pigment which is present in the leaf. And sunlight, the sunlight is absorbed by the chlorophyll which is present in the leaves. And carbon dioxide is absorbed by the atmosphere by the leaf through small pores present on the lower surface of leaves. These pores are called as stomatas. Now, water. Water is taken up from the soil by the roots and transported to the leaf through the pipeline structure called as vessels. They are present throughout the plant's body. With the help of these things, photosynthesis take place in a plant's body. We can represent the photosynthesis by the following equation. You can see that carbon dioxide plus, in the presence of sunlight, chlorophyll, it will be converted into a food which is also called as carbohydrate and releases oxygen. This is the equation of photosynthesis. In this photosynthesis reaction, you can see that the oxygen is released as a byproduct. Now we discuss about heterotrophic plants or heterotrophic nutrition in plants. There are four types of plants on the basis of the heterotrophic mode. First one is parasitic plants, saprophytic plants, insectivorous plants, and symbiotic plants. One by one we discuss each of them. First one is saprophytic plants. Sapro means decaying matter and phytes means plant. It means the plants which live and feed on dead and decaying organic matter are called as saprophytic plants. These plants are non-green plants, basically bacteria and fungi. For example, mushrooms, moths and yeast are come in a category of saprophytes and saprophytic plants and show a saprophytic type of nutrition. Saprophytes, like the parasite, lack a green color and do not carry out a photosynthesis. Like saprophytic fungi secretes digestive juice on the death and decay matter and convert it into a solution, and this nutrient are then absorbed from it. The example of saprophytic mode of nutrition of organisms are mushrooms. Next one is insectivorous plants. Insectivorous plants are the plants which eat an animals, particularly insects, are called as insectivorous plants or carnivorous plants. These plants are usually green and prepare their own food. Then why they can eat insect? This is because in some areas soil is deficient in nitrogen. The plants growing in such areas need to obtain nitrogen from outside source. This is done by the trapping and eating insect. The example of insectivorous plants are pitcher plant, Venus flytrapper. These are the few examples of insectivorous plants. Now, symbiosis, also called as mutualism, in symbiotic plants. The plants which live in association with other plants and share shelter and nutrients are called as symbiotic plants. This association between two different plants is called as symbiotic association or relationship. Both the plants benefited from a symbiotic association. For example, certain fungi live in the roots of tree. The tree provides nutrient to the fungus. In return, the fungus provides certain nutrient from the soil to the tree. This shows a symbiotic association. And more example is in lichen. Symbiotic relationship is seen. There is a relationship between algae and non-green fungus. The fungus provides shelter, water and minerals to the algae, and the algae in return provides food to the fungus. Like this, both of them are show symbiotic association. Now, parasitic plants. Para means other, citic means dependent. The non-green plants which live on other living organisms and obtain their food from them are called as parasitic plants. The living organism from which a parasitic derive its food is called as host. For example, Cuscuta or also called as amberberry are a parasitic plants. This is all about the nutrition in plants chapter. Thank you.